Japan, inheritance tax can go up to 55%. In Korea, it can reach 50%, one of the highest in the world. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Sean here. Last 2 weeks, when I was in Seoul having a discussion with a couple of Korean investors, we were talking about the usual things: market trends, rental yield, interest rate direction, hotspot in KL, what's moving and what's slowing down. It was just a normal, casual conversation. But suddenly, one of them looked at me quietly and asked,
Sean, if I pass away, what's actually to my property in Malaysia? Will my children lose half of it because of inheritance tax?
And the entire table went silent. In that moment, I could feel his question didn't come from curiosity. It came from fear. A very real fear that many Asian families have today. We work for decades, building wealth, buying property, investing for security, creating something meaningful. But what many people forget to think about is this: at the end of your life, how much of the wealth will actually reach your children? Will your next generation inherit everything you built, or will half of it disappear before they even touch it? Before we continue, if you enjoy videos where I break down Malaysia's property market clearly and help investors from around the world invest confidently and safely, do consider subscribing to the channel. It helps more people find the right information, and it motivates me to keep creating content like this for you. And I'm generally curious, in your country, is inheritance tax something families talk about? Something people worry about? Let me know in the comment. Now, let's talk about inheritance tax. Because this is where the biggest difference across Asia appears, and where Malaysia truly stands out. In Malaysia, inheritance tax is zero. Just think about that for a moment. 0%. Whether your property is worth $500, $2 million, or even $10 million, the inheritance tax is still zero. Your children receive the entire value, nothing diluted, nothing taken away. This is one of Malaysia's strongest advantages, but many foreign investors don't realize it, simply because their own countries operate in a different tax environment. Now, let's compare some of the countries. In Japan, inheritance tax can go up to 55%. In Korea, it can reach 50%, one of the highest in the world. In Taiwan, inheritance tax is 20%. On a $10 million estate, that already means $2 million gone immediately. In Hong Kong, there's no formal inheritance tax, but settling an estate still involves significant procedural costs and long, tiring processes. Lastly, in the UK, the inheritance tax is flat 40% once your estate exceeds their threshold. So let's imagine this. You spend your entire life working, savings, investing, building a property worth $10 million. You imagine leaving that full amount to your children, giving them a head start, creating stability for them, but depending on where your assets are located, they might not receive $10 million. They might only receive $5 million or $6 million, in some cases even less. Now compare that to Malaysia. If your $10 million property portfolio is in Malaysia, your children receive all $10 million. Full amount, nothing beaten by inheritance tax. And this is a powerful reason why more foreign investors are quietly diversifying into Malaysia. Not just for returns, but for long-term family planning. Let me know in the comments, which country surprised you the most when you saw these inheritance tax rates? When I speak to investors from Japan, Korea, Taiwan, and Hong Kong, many of them tell me the same thing. They don't mind paying property tax. They don't mind paying rental tax. They don't even mind paying stamp duty. But they really worry about inheritance tax. Because for them, it's not just for investing. It's about legacy. It's about making sure their children receive what they built without watching a huge portion disappear overnight. That's why when foreign investors ask me,
Sean, where should I start in Malaysia?
I always say Kuala Lumpur. KL is the most straightforward entry point for foreigners. There's no foreign purchaser levy. In Penang, foreign pay a 3% levy. In Johor, foreigners pay another 3%, but in KL, 0. On top of that, KL has the strongest rental demand in the entire country. You have expat, digital nomads, medical traveler, long-term tenants, students, consultants, diplomats. Everyone flow into KL because it's the business hub, the educational hub, the medical hub, and also the lifestyle hub. KL also has the highest liquidity. If you ever want to rent out your property or sell it in the future, KL gives you the widest pool of demand. And the entry price is still incredibly attractive compared to major Asian cities. When foreign investors compare KL prices with Seoul, Tokyo, Taipei, Hong Kong, or Singapore, they often tell me,
Sean, Malaysia is unbelievable value.
tell me, if you could only choose one city for your first Malaysian investment, KL, JB, or Penang, which one would you pick and why? Once you already own a KL property, then I usually recommend looking at Johor Bahru. JB is entering a very interesting phase right now. The RTX link or the Rapid Transit System link with Singapore is almost ready. The Special Economic Zone is coming over. Investor confidence is rising. Families from Singapore are already shifting interest across the border. And certain pockets in Johor Bahru are showing very strong potential. But I always tell investors, JB is your second city, not your first. KL built your foundation, JB built your upside. Do you think Johor Bahru will boom after the RTS open? Yes, no, maybe? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. And then we have Penang. Penang is different. It's a lifestyle city. The food, the culture, the heritage, the medical facilities. Penang perfect for retirement planning or owning a home you enjoy regularly. But Penang is not a yield-driven market. It doesn't produce some rental performance as KL and JB. So when I talk to investors, I always position Penang as a lifestyle investment. Would you personally buy Penang for lifestyle or stick with KL, JB for returns? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you're a Malaysian buying or owning property overseas, this part is for you. Many Malaysians assume that because Malaysia has no inheritance tax, everything overseas works the same way. But that is not true. When you own a property in another country, that country's inheritance tax rules apply. If you buy in Japan, Japan tax it. If you buy in Taiwan, Taiwan tax it. If you buy in the UK, the inheritance tax can be 40%. Malaysia is the exception, not the standard. This is why so many Malaysians who invest overseas sometimes overlook inheritance tax. And when something happens, the next generation gets a huge shock. In Malaysia, that problem doesn't exist. Malaysia is one of the most inheritance-friendly property markets in Asia. Do you think Malaysia should remain inheritance tax-free forever? Share your opinion. I'm very curious what you think. So whether you're a foreign investor exploring Malaysia for the first time, or someone who already owns property here and wants to expand further, feel free to reach out to me. We can start with a simple online discussion or Zoom call, understand your goal, your budget, your long-term plans, and from there, I'll recommend a suitable property in KL. And once you are settled in KL, then we can explore Johor Bahru or Penang for lifestyle planning. Before we end, I want to ask you, which country do you think has the fairest inheritance system? And which one is the toughest? Comment below. I read every single comment personally. And if you found this video helpful, do subscribe to the channel. It helps more investors discover the right information and it keeps me motivated to create more content like this. Once again, thanks for watching and I see you in the next one.